which leads towards self-preservation. I'm in defense mode. I'm in survival mode. I'm going to make it no matter what comes at me. I'll get through it. I'm going to suffer through the pain, and I'll keep standing here and fighting. That mentality was born in me when my father passed away. When I lost my male role model, I was supposed to become the image of my dad. And when I lost him, all of a sudden, snatched and gone in a week, at only 10 years old, I became the man of the house. Overnight, I had to become an adult. I found myself in situations of abuse, neglect, and hunger, and I had to fight. I had to protect myself and my brother. The people we were around wanted to make us tougher. When you live in a rough neighborhood, everything is about being hard, being tough, and presenting an image of strength and self-sufficiency. It was common for us to get beaten up by well-meaning cousins and friends to make us tougher. Repeatedly punching an 11-year-old boy to make him tougher isn't right, but it is what it is. There were times when my brother would be going through the same thing. I would have to jump in and help. We always ended up catching a beat down together. Abuse is one of the worst things you can do to a child. But in that environment, you don't know any better because the mentality of lower income neighborhoods and troubled areas is so often all about survival. The anxiety and fear are constant because there is a sense that if you have something someone else wants, they're just going to take it. You better be prepared to protect it. It's gut-wrenching. And I spent all of the years between my father's passing and adulthood living in that mentality, numbing the pain through drugs and violence and nonsense. I didn't know I was numbing myself. I didn't know I was in that much pain. I was disconnected. I was protecting myself. I was 16 when I got into culinary. And it wasn't because I wanted to be a chef or go on Food Network. It was because I was hungry. And they would give me a steak sandwich at lunch. Couldn't afford to buy a meal. That's what got me into culinary. A lot of people ask me how I found my passion, my career so early. It was in the kitchen that, for the first time since my father died, I had a male role model give me positive reinforcement. He complimented me. I became so addicted to the attention, I wanted more. I craved more. I worked for it. I was good at cooking because they told me I was good at cooking. And I started to believe them. As I've progressed in my life, spiritually, emotionally, personally, and professionally, I've never forgotten that message. And I want to have that same impact on other young adults. And because our lives are not as dissimilar as we assume, we've all got a story. We've all got a struggle. We can make a difference in someone's life if we choose to. Everyone has a story. Most of us have learned from our stories. But we downplay our stories because we don't think they are important enough, or we believe other stories are better or worse. What is fascinating is someone needs to hear your story because it will change their life. They probably went through something very similar to what you went through, or have a background that's eerily familiar to your own. And you have to share your story. You need to talk about the loneliness, anger, and pain because somebody's going to connect to it. It could be a moment in their life that shifts their path from depression and suicidal thoughts to hope. It seems like everyone's on Instagram, everyone's on Facebook, and all we're doing is posting our greatest hits, the highlight reel of our lives, right now. People are measuring themselves against it, believing, oh, I gotta be like that. And that's the chef I want to be like. People are being set up for failure because they are never going to create a life that looks like your cool dinners, amazing trips, and the beautiful people you hang out with. You know you hang out with regular people. You eat crappy fast food. You have hangovers where you hide all day in your pajamas. But nobody's talking about that side of life. We're showing a glamorous lifestyle that doesn't exist. That's why I'm opening up on social media and sharing the ugly as well as the beautiful. This book tells my story of finding God and learning to love and value family, all while embracing my passion for food. While it might be considered my memoir, more importantly, it is about you. What is your story? What is your faith? What is motivating you? I promise to tell you more about me, as long as you promise to think more about you.